Welcome to the 30 Goals Challenge for Educators. My name is Shelly Terrell. Today's goal is to support character development in students. Paulo Freire said, "The unfinished character of human beings and the transformational character of reality necessitate that education be an ongoing activity." Most of my character development I learned from being part of a church group. We did a lot of volunteer work. It was travel to Mexico. We went to these cardboard cities where maybe 5 to 10 people lived in one little type of cardboard house, and they only got paid maybe 50 cents a day, but they really appreciated life. It really put things in perspective for me as a student. It really just warmed my heart to be able to do things and to help people. It helped me put what was important in perspective. It helped me to be very passionate about just helping people and helping my world and being part of the solutions of the world and not part of the problems. Unfortunately, many times in schools, we stress the opposite. We stress that competition, getting the grade, making the money, that these are the signs of a successful human being. So many politicians or world leaders or people in charge of companies who cheat people often, who take their monies and don't think twice about it. They don't think about cheating on their PhDs. They don't think about cheating on very important research, because for them it's the fame, the money, the notoriety, all of these that they associate with being very successful. Multiple choice tests don't test for citizenship. So our short-term goal is to think about how we can help our students this week empathize with others. It could be something like helping students in Japan, raising money for a cause. I think it's amazing when I see some of the educators really show our students on Twitter all the events that happen, the history being made, like with Egypt, and they don't hide away the bloody details, or they don't hide away the stories. They show the real stuff, and the reason why is because it really helps develop character when you're faced with a situation, what you're going to do about it, and then you have to decide. When your conscious begins to see images or it sees destruction around the world, and then you have to make that decision, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to ignore it, or you're going to do something? And I really admire teachers who put their students in that uncomfortable place. Really admire teachers who have their students talk with other students and develop relationships with them in other countries. I recently had a teacher from the US who's coordinating and collaborating with a teacher in Japan, their class, and she DM'd me and she asked me, what can we do for the other teacher in Japan? My students really want to help them. And I thought, that's just amazing that students would come to the teacher and say, hey, even though we've never met these students in Japan face to face, even though we've never met the teacher face to face, but we've talked to them on Skype, we've done projects with them, we want to help them. We want to be able to do something. I think that's just amazing. I'm reading The Passion-Driven Classroom by Angela Meredith and Amy Sandvoy. They talk about, at the very beginning, is about this 5-year-old little girl named Haley who just wanted to save pandas. Her parents say that she goes home at night and sleeps, and she dreams about just saving these pandas, this endangered species of pandas. And she's gotten her whole neighborhood to support her cause. She's gotten signatures. And so I just think it's wonderful and beautiful when our kids have this huge heart to do things and empathize with the world and see themselves as having that drive. And that's what we want. We want generations and generations of kids who want to be world changers. So your short-term goal is to really get your students to empathize with the situation and to just expose them to something where they can feel the need to help. And it could be something local, or it could be where you put them in a scenario where they have to make really tough ethical decisions. And your long-term goal is to come up with something really big that you can do this year to really help your students have a profound impact. And it could be something such as raise money for Japan, or raise money for a local organization, or it could be taking a volunteer trip somewhere. But just see what kind of event you can have that really just gives your students that experience of helping others in person, one-to-one, and being able to feel like they're solving some kind of problem, that they're helping humanity, because that's a really wonderful feeling, and our students don't get that enough, and they don't get those opportunities enough.